And we are here for you. Punk, can I get my... thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, happy holidays, y'all. Oh, look at the studio. Did somebody decorate the studio?
It's
Hey, it's festive in here. Looking cute. Oh, shit.
You know about this Grinch, though.
Yeah.
That's how she acting, too.
Oh.
Wow. No, I'm a Grinch. Okay.
I ain't say no names.
Hit dogs
Guilty
holler.
conscious.
Hit
Guilty
dogs holler,
conscious.
goddammit.
Guilty conscious.
I wasn't going to say no, but...
Throwing jabs since he got here, okay?
Now, are you looking for one of the hottest podcasts out here? Hey, we talk about relationships, we talk about trending topics, we talk about real life, but we also are here to entertain. So stop being so damn serious. Relax, all right? All right, we got... Oh, save it for the booth, baby. Let's go. Got Punk in the building per usual.
What up?
Hey, we ain't
What
seen
up,
this
y'all?
dynamic before. You look like you a little outnumbered today. You look like you a little outnumbered.
Just how I like it.
Pressure.
Just how I like it.
Pressure. Oh, who we got? Oh, Vee Chat. Look at Vee Chat. Hey,
Hey,
Vee
hey.
Chat. Hey, how you doing over there?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Vee Chat in
She's
the
colorful
building.
today. I like it.
Hey, Lady D. Where you been on?
Sorry, I was dying.
Oh, man. This is a track coming out here. Please. I love to come save it for the booth. I got to save it up.
Hey, I heard that. And then we got Juju in the building. She came back, y'all. She came back. We appreciate you, Juju. Hey, Juju.
What up? What up?
You're going viral.
How you
baby.
doing? They tearing you up. They tearing you up today, Juju. It's okay. It's part of the process. It's part of the process. Hey,
I
it is
said what I
is.
said.
Hey, keep
Uh-oh.
that energy.
What I said.
Keep that energy. Ooh. Sorry, too lit. Keep that energy, goddammit. And we wanna start cordial. We wanna talk about our day, or y'all wanna get right into
It's
it.
so early. There's
Right.
no
I'm
day.
like, I haven't had a day yet.
That mean everybody
Shit.
feeling good because they ain't had a chance for it to go bad. Chance.
Hey, I heard that. Hey, I didn't already did a bunch of shit today, but I hear ya.
Lord.
Hey, Punk,
What up? What up, dude?
did you hear about the U.S. Trading Brittney Griner for?
For dude, the arms deal or whatever it is. Yeah.
Hold on. Like, come on, let's get this. Let's straighten this out here. Who did she get traded for?
Some arms dealer. You know.
The war of the God of War.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude.
Whoever the God of War. That don't sound nice.
Nah, I don't.
And it sounds like a lot of his victims were in Africa.
Okay. Oh,
Uh-oh.
so all right. We know Lady D got the. We know you got the.
I
sauce.
just looked into
We-
it a little bit because that whole
sauce.
thing is silly. I think it's all political. I feel bad for that woman. She got put in a really bad position where she was, in my opinion, leveraged. But the guy who she was released for, he was getting out anyway in 7 years. He had a release date. So it wasn't like this dude, I keep seeing the comments like, he the worst guy on the planet. He was getting out anyway.
Punk.
What?
Can you respond to that?
I don't even care nothing about all that.
Okay,
All I
what you care
is
about?
The fact that y'all traded somebody for her. I'm glad she out because the shit was petty. Which further lets you know that all these people locked up in America for weed and petty ass charges, why y'all not letting them out? If that's not what you about to do, I don't really give a fuck about y'all getting her out. Sorry. I'm not saying she should have been in the situation because it was petty as hell. But y'all got people over here going through the same struggle and y'all not releasing them for petty shit. So I could kind of care less.
So you want it to be more focused on our domestic.
Yes, everything needs to be focused on our
Situation.
domestic. Y'all steady borrowing money to send somewhere overseas. We got hella homeless people. Y'all not funding none of these like resources that people have for homeless people. Like, y'all don't give a fuck about Americans. That's what it looked like. But y'all want to help everybody else. And
Punk.
tired
Punk.
of
I'm
that
hearing
shit.
a narrative though that your opinion that you're giving means that you hate women.
Nah, that's why I said it ain't got shit to do with her. I don't think she should have been in the situation she was in, but she did something illegal over there, just like all these people here did something illegal that may have had to do with weed, and y'all ain't let them out. That's my point. It ain't about her at all. I'm glad she home, but are y'all finna release all the people in America?
Hello.
Where are all the cries for all the people in America going through the same shit? It ain't none. So yeah, come mess me with it.
Vee Chat, in your opinion?
I feel like she did the crime. yeah, it was. I feel like it was an overkill. But why not bring the Marine home that's been in jail for 4 years for something that he didn't do? Like,
The guy
where's what was the urgency behind him?
Fighting for our lives.
Right, and he's still over there. Like, it's coming up on 4 years he's been there. Like, why wasn't there an urgency behind getting him out? Why is he still not out? So I don't know.
Juju, any opinion?
No.
So that's okay. Yeah,
I mean,
but
I do, but I just
go ahead.
it's
Go ahead.
nice. It's like,
Speak your mind.
That's what
For
we're
me,
here
Safe
for.
space.
I think it's a lot because I agree with each and every one of you. Oddly,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. I think it's a very unfortunate situation for her that she was used as leverage, and they kind of like took advantage of that. Like, hey, however, she created the situation.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we have to do better. We don't have the privilege to move the way others move.
Agreed.
The sooner we learn that and understand that, the better we'll be as one. We have to understand that. I'm a vapor, I'm a weed. Let me tell you, you know how many places I have walked into, and they be like, go through my purse. Oh, you can't come here with that. I forget to see even in my purse. I got so many of them, like, cause I ain't going nowhere without something. And
But would you fuck around and do
but
that at
I'm
the
not
airport?
going to the airport that way.
Are you going to Russia?
I ain't going to nobody's country. I'm not doing it in my own. So I got this got metal on it, yo. This is going, bitch. Is you crazy? No, bitch. Because I'm trying to stop cussing. Y'all work with me.
Sorry.
But come on, like we got to do better. We don't have that privilege. Like you a color and you're a woman. You got 2 strikes against you. Period.
But
you're successful enough to understand these things. You travel for a living.
And you been going over there. It wasn't your first year though.
But she is used to having a privilege, and maybe that's why this happens. She's been a basketball star for a long time. She's been a jock for a long time. She's been praised and worshipped for a long time. So when you say she don't get that privilege, she has a certain privilege that we don't have.
She don't have no privilege.
Shit. She felt comfortable enough to go to Russia with
the
her.
same shit she got locked up.
Listen, what Ye tell y'all a long time ago? Just because you in the Benz, you're still a nigga in a coupe.
Well, she ain't heard that.
Period.
Verse. She didn't hear that verse.
I don't give a damn what they give you, what they make you think you have. You're still a nigga.
She
Period.
got a lot more privilege than the people over here still sitting in jail.
And we
for
forget
some
that
petty
just
ass
because
weed
we
shit.
get to a level
Do you hear?
of success.
Do you hear what
and we
Punk just
forget
said?
that. Yes. That's what I'm saying. We forget that we really are not privileged. Because we reach a level of success, we think that we can do certain things and we can.
But how do you feel like
you still a colored folk?
But how you feel like she isn't privileged when she just got like the ultimate privilege?
She just got out.
And it's a Marine over that's been there for 4
what the
years.
ultimate privilege had to cost us, though.
And I wouldn't say privilege. I would say audacity. I think she had a level of audacity that came along with the position that she holds and how she moves around in the world, because I am not going to have anything in my suitcase if I'm going to the airport or any other international border for that matter. You know, I have an Arabic name. I've been stopped at the border and detained and asked questions and stuff like that because that is a security thing and they were doing what they needed to do. So I'm not messing around in them checkpoints, you know, in any way that's going to hinder me from doing what I need to do. And so in her particular situation, whatever was going on there, I don't think it was privilege. I think it was just audacity. And then it was like, okay, well, now everybody's like, oh, this sentence that she's getting is so harsh. Well, who are we to say in America what somebody else should do with their penal system and how they should punish folks? Because if in Russia some vape weed is worth 7-10 years in prison, then that's what they mean in their country and how they are governing their citizen body. So when we tell somebody else, oh, that's harsh, that's crazy, that's way too much time, or places in Asia where they have zero tolerance about drugs, you know what I mean? Like, we look at that stuff from the lens of being Americans, that is a privilege. But what I felt like was happening for her was a little bit of audacity. And then when punishment was coming, everybody was like, oh my, you know, let's all rally behind this situation. And then real issues came to head, like the other young man who's been sitting in jail over there that they could not leverage to get him out. The individual that they were trading to to get out early from prison to be released back into society. Those are the conversations that came out. So I don't think she really had a lot of privilege, but I do feel like it was audacity.
No, that's
respect them
yes,
folks.
it was audacity, but privilege too. America got this thing with wanting to look good,
Yep.
and you just had every group you could possibly look good to in one.
Okay,
Black,
speak on it.
Woman, homosexual, whatever you want to call it.
LGBTQ.
LGBT, whatever it's called. You just had all of them wrapped
LGBTQ.
up in one.
Different communities, yeah.
Well, now I can look good to all these communities because they all was talking about go get Brittney Griner. They just care about looking good.
We are a media-driven society.
Absolutely, I agree.
Juju, I need that mic up there, though.
I think there's always agendas. You know, everything has an agenda. There's always some agenda pushed out of everything. But it doesn't change the fact that we simply have to do better. Because all this could have been avoided with you just not doing what you
Controlling
did.
your drug habit.
Like, man, if that
That was the larger question to me is your drug usage that out of control?
Are we going to get into some, unless we
I'm
gonna
trying to get in a Russia with this shit? You tripping.
Exactly.
Maybe you should question
like,
that.
I don't have the nerve to even do that here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have as much obligations as she has, but I'm a mother. Like, before I'm anything here, I got kids at home with me wherever I'm. If they're not with me, that means I have to come back to them. Regardless, I'm not getting over here playing with nobody else's laws. Hell, I barely know my own laws. You think I'm finna go play around in another countries with their laws?
And I want
not my black ass.
to speak with not knowing your own laws and how you were saying how we judge and what country and their laws. We don't even know our laws state to state.
Yeah, and that's
so
what
y'all
I'm
worried
saying.
about another country and their laws and how they might be too
I just
harsh,
wouldn't
but
pull it.
you could do the same thing in one state and do it in another state and get worse time
like
for
it.
it. So
Because it's legal.
Are you-
Cannabis is legal in Illinois, but it's illegal in Indiana.
In other places.
And so you just cross the street in certain places here, and you will be in a state where
And if you
some weed will get you
ain't
in
sure
trouble.
on where you going, then you need to be on your best behavior while you're going there until you get there, and all of these things.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, but you know,
It was unfortunate.
I just want my people to be better, because like, we so great, man.
And weed, I want to know why this year, why was weed like the downfall for the black woman? Because you had that track athlete who she was not able to run because she tested positive for some cannabis. And it's like, why is this thing plaguing, was this such an issue this year?
They need anything to get us. Need anything to get us.
Any little thing,
Yep.
like, really. And we, a lot of the times we give it to them. I'm guilty myself.
Yep.
I'm guilty myself.
We
But this
all
is
are.
why I work really hard to do better, to be better, you know, and like try to be accountable for the things I've done. I've done so much stupid things throughout my life, being young and just really just being ignorant. Just being ignorant. That's just what it is. Just not knowing. But when you know better,
You do better.
You need to do better.
it's just as simple as that. man.
Any more opinions on the Brittney Griner?
no.
So, Juju, they tearing you up in the comments. I'm gonna be honest with you. They tearing your butt up in the comments right now. Live in effect right now. But it's okay. It's okay.
I
But
love it, man. Look, I love constructive, especially if you doing it in love. See, a lot of these folks on
Nah,
this
it's a
place,
lot of-
it's
they
not
just
in
mean,
love if it's
exactly.
this
They just
crowd.
mean people. Y'all mean, evil-spirited people. I'm not that person, so I really don't care. Your opinion is exactly that. You have no idea who I am, what I stand for. I try to be as clear as possible. I'm a black woman. I love black people. I think we the greatest thing walking this planet. Period. We're it. And I don't give a damn what nobody says. I love everybody, but we it. It don't get no better.
yeah, I don't them hateful comments.
But I love y'all too.
Yeah, she loves some of y'all, a few of y'all. But them hateful comments, man, that shit is whack. Like, say
It
your
is, because,
opinion. You
words
can
cut
say
deep.
I
It's power in words, and people
I
need to
ignore
understand
them,
that.
but I ignore the ones that's just like.
But not
ignorant,
everybody
you know what I'm
is
saying?
strong enough to, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody has that strength, and words cut deep. And people always say, you know, yeah, there's freedom of speech, but it's power in that. It's so much power in that, because you can really lift somebody's spirit. You can really make somebody's day. You have no idea what people be going through, what they're dealing with in this life. And just a nice word, a positive word can change somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? And a mean word can crush the hell out of their spirit.
It can, but we definitely got to learn how to be in control of our own emotions and
Absolutely.
not let those mean words really dictate how we feel and how we live. But I did want to say, I did bring that up to kind of segue into the next topic though, because they getting you for that for talking about what men working 30 years at a job or whatever. So I just wanted to ask. Hold on, no, let me finish. I just wanted to ask everybody, can you really deal with a busy man?
Yes. I love busy men.
Mm.
I love a man whose agenda is stacked from the time he wake up to the time he laying himself down. Because he doing stuff with intention. He ain't got no time to waste. He is a man about his business. I ain't talking about fake busy people who create dumb schedules and meetings and useless stuff on their day. I'm talking about a real ass busy man who's in charge of stuff. Who, if he don't show up at a meeting, it hurt a situation. You know what I mean? Like, I love busy men. They about their business. Any man I've dated that was like, I just got a heavy schedule. I'm like, yes.
Punk.
We gonna let Juju go. She ready to go.
She just got me charged.
Go
That's
ahead.
what I'm talking about. That right there. That because you know what that does.
I can't see her, Punk.
When you are busy, when you are creating something, that's what I meant. What all of these people don't get, and I really don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about creating opportunity. We need to be able to build something for our people. We are the only people who don't depend on us for the things that we need to do in this life. We are the only ones who raise our children that they can't. The Chinese people raise their kids to create opportunity, to create the jobs for people. That's how you create change for your people. You gotta own some things, and you don't even have to run this business to own this business.
Punk is about to explode on you, Juju.
All right, let's go. Let him get a word in.
You gotta be busy. Yes, have some business.
Being busy and what you just said is two different things. Like,
no, but I was piggying off of everything she was saying.
Right, but was she busy?
Difference though, yeah.
Busy and it's different because even inside of your job, you can still be busy and have meetings that you got to be at that affect things. Like, it wasn't that's busy don't mean you got your own business. Or it's just that you're important to whatever business you're a part of.
But did you hear what she said, that it's not going right if that person ain't there?
Yes, but
Because
that don't
they're
mean
needed-
that don't mean that's
in
your
that
business. Yes.
No, but I'm just saying, piggying off of just being busy, and because he said that they like me in the comments for what I said about the man working someplace for 30 years and not having his own, not being an entrepreneur, and that's all it's about. It's just about ownership for me. Like, you can't create change. I want to create change for my people. I want to create the change that we need. I want to be the change that we need to see. You can't do that if you are not making decisions and you are not.
But you can be the CEO of a company that you don't own.
Right.
That's not yours.
I just said that. You don't have to be
But you
in
said
this business to own it.
But you just said it's about ownership. Ownership does not mean, if you're a CEO of a company, does not mean that you are the owner of something. That just means you're the top person.
Right.
But the business is somebody else's. But you just you do make a lot of the decisions.
You are
You're
beholden to all their money.
It's basically like, it's not your baby, but it's
But I'm
like your
talking
adopted
about
child.
ownership.
But we're not talking about ownership though. Newer. If you're a CEO.
But I never said
Well,
that
you
you
get-
were.
No.
Well,
You
yeah,
said
but-
no. You said it was about ownership, and we get
Right.
that. But I'm saying, like, you can be a busy person as a CEO of a business, but not have the ownership of the actual company.
But The ownership is the actual company is what I was talking about.
That's what she cares about.
That's what I was talking about. The ownership. That's why I was saying I want somebody who wants to own a business, with the entrepreneurial spirit, entrepreneur mentality. Because with that, you want ownership. That's the only way you can create change. For me, that's my purpose.
Right. I have a question.
That's what I changed.
So would you prefer an entrepreneur who's not making as much money, or a CEO who's making 6-7 figures a year?
What is that CEO doing to bring change to my company, to my community? And what is he doing with his company to bring change to my community? Because that's what it's about. I want to see change the way my people do things, the way we think about things. For me to be able to do that, I need to be able to do these things. If I'm going to speak ownership to you, I need to be owning some things and letting you know that you can do this same thing. Because if you own this, you can bring the change to us, because you can create these job opportunities for our people. You can create all of these streams of incomes and show our people, and you can give our people the blueprint because you've done these things. Because a lot of us don't think that we can, and we can.
Well, that shows up in a bunch of different spaces. Like, yes, as an entrepreneur,
and that's all I've been saying.
You can show. Yes, I built something from the ground up that's successful. Blah blah blah. But you can also be a black person working in corporate America and be put in a position where you are a heavy hitter. You could be a black person put in a political position where you make a wrong decision and people die. You know what I mean? Like, it's other spaces where power is beheld. And when you think about just one power structure or one way to get there or get wealth, get success, get resources is by entrepreneurship. I would say I know lots of people who have also found success working long careers and building up a company and taking great, pride in saying, please, I started as a teller and now I am the VP of the Midwest region of a major financial institution. You know what I mean? Like, to hear a young man say, I was in Maywood and now I am this major thing. Because I know what that young man had to go through to get to the space he is, and I know what he has to take in microaggressions to maintain that space. So yeah, I've seen both sides.
Be on that job 30 years. Right?
He gonna be on that job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he can also, when you have a position like that, you have opportunities to make change within your community. You know what I'm saying? It may not be these huge changes, but you have you have the knowledge and you have the people behind you to back you to make these small changes that would eventually begin to roll, that would eventually be big changes. So it's not necessarily all about having your own business or this ownership, because like we were talking about, like the last time we were talking, it's not like that for everyone. Everyone does not desire.
Isn't it like that for us though?
Not for others. Everyone doesn't desire to do that.
To be black people, let's just speak about black people. This is my mentality, and this is all I be trying to get us to say. And I don't know, but we can move on after this because I don't even know how nobody gets it. But do y'all know, like, we the only one who don't do our own distribution, our own production, our own banking, our own hospital healthcare. We depend on everybody else for these things. Our own education. We are the only race of people who depend on everybody else for these things. What black-owned banks is in our communities? I went to go open up an account at a black-owned bank only to find out it was no longer black-owned. It haven't been for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Where are our black-owned grocery stores? Our black-owned hospitals where the head of the hospital is black, the nurses are black, the doctors are black. You can refer this black woman to a black specialist because y'all know who doing that? Jewish people, the Arab people, they all doing it. The Koreans are doing it. Why aren't we doing this? Our doctors are some Indian woman. Our doctor is a Filipino woman. Our doctor is a Jewish specialist.
My doctors are black.
I would say the reasons
in a hospital who's ran by them.
The two reasons I would say is one, we're only 12% of the population in real life. Black people are only 12% of the population in the United States. Two, there are very real historic systemic inequities that were created to make sure that
we don't have that.
Some things are suppressed for us, like real estate. You can clearly see, especially Minnesota, Illinois, redlining. how real estate benefited certain groups over others. So when you ask those questions, why haven't we advanced? I will ask a separate question above and beyond is, when are y'all gonna learn the rules? When are y'all gonna learn the rules? Because this is how stuff is happening. Systems happen because policies are put into place. Legislative actions are put into place. When are y'all gonna learn the rules so that things are not planned in a year? Things are planned in 5-year increments, 10-year, a 20-year strategy is ambitious. Sorry. A 5-year plan is more what you're seeing. So once we start to see the Obama Center, the traffic that is creating is a hassle, and we're all upset about that stuff wasn't planned years ago.
But now that we
see things happening, we don't understand that the timeline of when this stuff is actually in fruition for us was planned 5 years ago. So you can't ask, why aren't we? You got to ask, when are we going to get in the game, learn the rules, and start to play it? How many legislators do we have? Do you know how many black legislators we have in the state of Illinois? Right? So you got to know the game, because the legislative body is creating the rules and the laws.
But at what point?
So if we don't even know that, you just said we don't even know the laws from state to state.
Conversations,
so we can't ask that larger question until we learn the rules and learn how they're changing on us, and learn how other communities are using more means that they have because they have more clout.
So then so aren't these different conversations important for us to have amongst our people?
And they can start in small rooms like this,
just like this. And that's all I've been saying is, like, we have to, legislative, politics, all of that, because it all plays a part. We talking about things that we are now experiencing that's been in place from 20 or more years ago, that was literally put in place to affect one generation to the next. Like, these people are thinking about affecting our offspring before we even have them. Literally, when you get into all of this, you know what I'm saying?
That's what planning is. Like, when you know what I mean? Like, when you make a for real ass decision that you gonna put a incinerator site in a predominantly black community, and you know that incinerator is gonna is gonna have an environmental impact, or any industry that's gonna have an adverse environmental impact on that community, lead poisoning, asthma, things of that nature. When you do that intentionally, knowing how negatively it's going to impact that community, you don't think nobody thought about that?
Absolutely. That's my whole point. So
who spoke against it though?
So like, where do we start teaching my point is, where do we start teaching each other and grooming each other on how to plan for the future, rather than us just doing some things for the now? Like, we have to get out here and create,
learning the game,
learning the rules, and moving accordingly.
Because I'm gonna tell you, people are not gonna walk you in the room. No, if you get somebody to walk you in a significant room, you should count yourself lucky and blessed, because most people are not gonna walk you into a room with some significant people who gonna put you in a significant place. You have got to figure out your own shit. You got to get educated. You got to be more well-rounded. You can't just be black community focused. You got to really understand the oppressive natures of systems that are working adversely against all of us. We can't say this woman group is that way. That we got to be women together. We can't just stand on black women, white women. We got to be females together. Like when Roe versus Wade was overturned, all women figured out, this is adverse for us. So if we one voice speaking out against things that affect all of us, no matter what color, intersect, whatever you are, you get more stuff done.
Lady D, let me switch it up real quick. Actually, quick question.
I like the words you use.
Whoever comes to our rescue.
Nice. I'm sorry. I'm just breaking down.
Lady D.
Yes.
So, how did you feel about the Kanye West thing? Him having to pay a $200K a month in child support.
His child support. Kanye West is a billionaire. Period. what his financial situation is and what he can afford is outside the fathom of what I can understand, because I'm not a billionaire. If the court determined he can pay that, then pay that.
He's not a billionaire.
What happened to his money?
He lost a deal with Adidas.
So now he doesn't have any money?
Nah, he had like
I heard his Apple Pay was
500,000.
declined.
He had like 500 million.
Dang. How you know? You checked his account this morning?
I mean, how we know all they business?
He
It's all on
disclosed
social
it.
media.
Punk, how you feel about the $200K a month in child support?
I don't think he should have to pay it, but
Why not?
because he take care of his kids, he always has. Why do he need to be on child support? Ain't that the thing? Child support are for men who don't
they
take
got
care of their
divorced.
kids.
But he got
So,
divorced.
That ain't got nothing to
And
do
they
with
had
him
to
taking
hash
care of
out the
his
financial
kids.
aspect of that divorce,
That
which
has
included
nothing-
dependent children.
that-
We talked
but you
about
can
this
decline that.
before.
Can you not decline child support?
But look who he was
Can
married
you
to.
not? That ain't the question. we
That
asked.
has everything to do with
That's
the
not
decision to move
question
forward
that we
with.
asked. The question was, do I think he should have to pay child support? No, because women always say child support is for men who don't take care of their kids.
I don't agree with that.
That's
why
the
not,
story
Juju?
I get told.
I
Why
think
not?
child support is just, I mean, to me, you know what? It was my child's father that gave me this perspective. Like, with child support in place, nobody can ever tell you did not take care of your child.
Then it's
You did not provide support. And here's the thing, it's like, it's based on income. Just like you can decline it, he could have declined it. If he felt like that was too much, he could have declined it, he could have contested it. But he didn't, because he knows what it takes to raise their children. We not talking about children. These children got all type of expenses that come along with them. They're not just the average children that you can take to just any school. You know, it's salaries got to be paid to provide for these kids and to take care of their well-being. You talking about tutors, nannies, security, like all
The
type of
pianist
stuff.
that comes and plays in the
you know what
morning
I'm
for
saying?
them
All
kids.
of
yeah,
that.
he gotta pay for all that
What?
shit too.
All
He
of
gotta-
that.
he gotta pay for all of that, too.
That plays while they get
Right,
ready
so that's
for
why I'm
their
saying it
school.
makes sense. The 200,000,
A
it was
real
not
person.
unreasonable
Yes, a
to
real
me,
person,
because
yes.
he's paying half and she's responsible for the other half, and we talking about 4
He
children.
paying half.
So you
He
think
paying
it takes?
half
So you think it
for
costs? So
kids.
you think it costs $440,000 a month to take care of 4 children?
I think when you taking care of 4 celebrity children,
That's
it's
not my
different.
question. Do you think it costs over $400,000 to take care of celebrity children a month? Absolutely not.
Yes, when you have a certain lifestyle, yes, I do believe that.
$400,000, over $400,000 a month is ridiculous for any person at any income.
It may
to
be
take
to
care of
us
children.
because we don't live that lifestyle and we don't know what their expenses are and what they pay for. Myself alone, just
I don't
like
care how much
when you
money
got
you shouldn't have to
insurances,
pay
you
it.
paying for health care,
You
you
just
paying
don't
for
like
dental
child
care, you got all of
Not-
these different
not if
insurances
you're
you paying
taking care
for.
of kids.
Then you got all of these different
Y'all want-
expenses in place. You got nannies, you got tutors, you got schooling, you got extracurricular activities.
And don't
in
get me
place.
wrong,
You
I
paying for
agree.
all- like
I agree.
literally salaries are getting
I
paid behind
agree
this that they
that-
are both responsible for.
I agree that it does it does cost more, but $400,000 a month is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You say like they're
I
both
think
paying
it's
half.
ridiculous to people who don't have that type of money, but when you have that type of money, you create these type of expenses because it just like you. If you was making up earning $1 million a year, you would get the best care for your son, no matter what it costs, right?
Well, JoJo, so let's
whatever-
break down what
whatever
a day would look like. So in your mind,
I don't even care
a
about none of
celebrity
this.
day. What do you think? It's like it's spending thousands in a day.
No,
Yes,
I'm not even.
absolutely.
No, that's not.
Basically,
but
they said
even-
North.
I'm not
They
even
said
talking
North
about
bag.
that.
North got a $200,000 bag.
Ooh.
For what? Like, come on now.
But I'm not even. That's my
It's not only that,
point.
a lot of those things.
I don't even.
I
These
feel
are
like a
the-
lot of those
we
things are
may think it's
endorsements. They're not
stupid.
paying for that shit. A lot of those things are
Everybody in her
endorsements.
school probably got a $400,000 bag, and she got the one on
Here's
sale.
the thing.
I don't know.
I don't care how much.
No, it's just like
I know.
this is what they do.
This is my
how
question.
they live.
This is
you
my
know,
question.
like
So you feel like? Do you feel like every man should be put on child support if him and the woman split?
I think no, I think people that there should be an agreement and you do what you have to do. But when you are married, these are the things that are in place when you
So I'm
go
asking
through a
the
divorce.
question.
It's just
When
the
you
legal
think people
aspect of it.
split, should the man have to pay child support?
It's a setup. Caution.
No,
I just want a yes or no.
No, because there is no yes or no.
Why not?
Because everybody's situation is not the same. So it just can't be a yes or no.
So who is the child support? Who should be put on child support?
Everybody's not just responsible enough to do what they have to do.
So the people who not, they should get child support, right? That's why I'm asking the question, because if a person
but that don't mean just because that you not I'm not saying that you not responsible. I think Kanye was an irresponsible person and he should get child support? No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's all I care about.
He was married to this woman.
That's all I care
about. And they got
about.
a divorce, and child support becomes a part of the divorce.
It don't have to be.
Because y'all gotta figure out
y'all ain't gotta figure out shit if I take care of my kids.
And if she asked for it, then she got it.
You just
and that's how they assessed it. So it's less about should he have to and why.
But my point is like he never contested it. He never fought it.
Why did she feel like it was necessary?
He never.
We don't know.
My problem is people will say, women will say, he on child support because he don't take care of his kids. But you
I
have
don't think
men, and I have
and
a
I know
problem
that's not
with
true.
that. Because either women need to stop lying and saying this about.
But why do y'all feel like child support is such a bad connotation?
He's not saying that. What he's saying is,
But do you not agree that it's looked at as like really bad amongst our community? Like nobody has anything positive behind child support.
I think it's looked at
it's
bad
always
because
negatively.
the negative sanctions for child support are hit the black community a little bit different because you get your driver's license suspended. Now you can't drive to work. You can get these 30-day writs, 60-day writs where you serving time for contempt. Not, you know what I mean, like a 30-day time sentence in a jail. So I think it hits differently in the black community because we feel the harsher sanctions of it. So especially when black men who have had any experience with child support, they're going to look at it from the standpoint that this thing is expensive. It comes down on us harsh, and it really has had situations where it hinders folks from moving forward. Like my brother, my father, shit, my parents got divorced. My dad was on child support. Like I have been dealing with the child support system in different places. You know, exactly. Like when I tell you it hits differently,
divorce,
but
so,
at the same time, I will say that system is put in place for a reason. Why in Kanye West's situation, that wife decided this is what I needed on the exit on this? I don't know.
But I think too, if it wasn't something that he couldn't afford, he would have let them know. I also think if it's something that he thought was unreasonable, he has the right to contest it.
Not about that.
But my thing is like, you know what type of lifestyle you provide for your children. It's just like you said, his daughter had a $2,000 bag. To us, that's just ridiculous. That's stupid.
200. That's a house.
You understand what I'm saying? But for them, it's a bag. Whether they paid for or whether it was, just gifted to them or whatever the case may be, this is a lifestyle that they lived. This is a lifestyle of the rich and famous. They do ridiculous ass things. Do I think it's ridiculous? Absolutely, because I think with that money you could create so much change in life. And that's a whole nother topic.
Yep, that is. Don't get
go there.
So you know what I'm saying?
Bring it on back, baby.
And I just
Bring it
feel
on
like,
back.
and I feel like, but this is the lifestyle that they live. It's just like us. When you do better, you like when I was able to afford better. Hell, my son struggled in grade school. I pulled him out of grade school. Let's put him in private school. And he progressed. You do better for your kids. You provide better for your kids. You provide a way better lifestyle
support
for
ain't
your children.
Got shit to do with none of that, because he would have still did all of that anyway.
But you don't know that.
Who don't know that? But the if he already been providing this life for his kids, what makes you think
everybody,
he was fighting
That's
for
not
custody?
For your average Joe, though.
We ain't talking about the average Joe. We're talking about Kanye West. The unfortunate thing is, people like Kanye West, it seems like nothing because he's a millionaire, whatever.
He got it in child
support. But this shit happens to people in our community every day where they're being put on
community, but we just want to talk about community.
It's the principle for me. That's what you're not understanding. I don't care about how much he has to pay. The fact of the matter is, all this shit you talking about of providing a better life, Kanye is doing that and was going to continue to do that. The man bought a house across the street from his house that he had to leave so that he could be around his kids. He wasn't a deadbeat, as y'all like to call him.
He gave him the house, right?
Exactly. Right. But he wasn't a deadbeat. So acting
you feel
like
child support mean you a deadbeat?
no, I feel like the way you're talking, saying we don't know if he would have did it without child support. That's why child support is such a fucking stain. Because it don't matter what that man done ever did for his kids. It don't matter all the shit you continue to see him doing. Is well, if he ain't on child support, you don't know if he would have kept doing it.
No,
it's a bullshit. That's exactly what you just said.
All I said is child support should just make you feel like nobody can ever tell you that you didn't take care of your child.
I don't
That's
need
it.
a person who's taking care of their kids. Don't need that. Me taking care of my kids
I'm not saying that he did need that.
I gotta get in with that
comment. My whole
comment.
point is that's like it's not unreasonable. I don't think it's an unreasonable.
It's not about if it's unreasonable.
So Juju, so you feel like if you pay
that was his question,
Juju, you feel like so if you pay child support, you're taking care of your child?
No, I said it was a man told me that's how he look at it. Like child support.
And you said that
you said
that kind of changed your view.
My child.
And you believe that's true?
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I mean, now it's here in black and white. Can't nobody ever tell you different. So, like, even though
it's all about the child support. Because I swear for years I've been hearing the time is what matter, not the money. But now, as long as I pay that child support, you can't tell me I ain't take care of my kid. But it takes more than just the money.
I guess that was just his perspective.
In my opinion, yeah. In my opinion, that shit
that was his perspective, and that's what just made him just like not give a fuck about it. Like it is what it is.
It's a lose. You assume that was Kanye's perspective?
No. I didn't. I said that was what the man told me.
That's his and you said it kind of made you look at it different.
It made me like, oh, okay, well, that's a different perspective to look at it. Because every dude I've ever heard talk about child support had a negative. No, I'm good.
Because the
had
shit
a negative connotation to it. So it's just like,
hey, fellas, just
I don't think no way of it. No,
just pay that bread. Because it's all about the money. Clearly,
fellas. I just want to let y'all know. Just fellas, I'm talking. No, she can't. Fellas, just because you pay child support don't mean you taking care of your kids.
Not at all, because there's so much more than
even
that.
Fucking close. So and
whoever said that sound like
justification.
That was a
sound like
clown.
justification.
That was a fucking clown. Okay.
Well, I can tell you that one thing that he definitely is not a deadbeat.
I mean, I'm hoping not. I ain't saying he is, but
that's how he felt
feel like as long as I pay,
can't
nobody
who
tell me
literally
that.
one of his kids live with him, and the other one he is with him all the time, and he still paid child support.
No, you know who can't. You know who can't tell him. You know who can't tell him? The court system. The system.
But his
kids don't care. Ain't that what y'all always say? It ain't about the money. The kids want the memories.
Because I don't believe that. No,
you don't think the kids want the memories? They don't need.
My kids care. My son cares about his father. It ain't.
That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying the money.
We not personalizing. We are not personalizing.
It's the time, right? So me saying as long as I paid this child support, then you can't say I ain't take care of my kid, but your kid care about that time. Your kid not gonna feel like you took care of me if you ain't never took me out to eat.
And
took me here, came to play games with me.
Make you not want to spend time with your kid.
But if I'm saying paying child support,
I took care
of my. Can't nobody say I ain't take care of my kids. How? The courts can't say you ain't take care of your kids, but they don't give a fuck if you in your kid life as long as you pay the money.
But at least your kid, I feel like at least your kid will know that you've always provided financial support to them.
And let's be real, some of these child support payments is $40 and $50 a week. It ain't like $200,000 for everybody.
You still feel like you taking care of
some people who got a really less than $100 because it's going by their income. So everybody's not paying these high ticket child support, and those guys still find it challenging sometimes to just do it.
But they taking care of their kids if they paying that $50.
Hey, maybe that's all he got.
Hey guys, this used to be a relationship podcast.
What you gonna do if you ain't got nothing?
But this is why you don't make kids. That's what you go.
This is why you don't make
excuse.
This is why you don't make kids that you cannot take care of.
If you wake up every day and you ain't figuring out how to make money, you don't think that's a problem?
You don't think that's a problem?
What you mean he ain't got it? Is he able-bodied?
Oh no, I don't.
He got two working arms and legs.
No, what I'm saying is this is why you don't make kids that you cannot take care of.
Some people ain't pulling out.
You just don't.
I wasn't.
Shut up.
It's literally just.
I do take care of my
That's why I say
kids,
you don't
but
pull
I
it
wasn't pulling
Don't
out.
make children that you get.
When
Taking
I
care of
had
another
my
human
first-
is difficult.
It is.
It
But
is.
you
It's hard.
grind. When I first started
there's
having
no
kids, I
manual
couldn't take
on
care
it.
of no
There's
goddamn
nothing that you
kids.
could read to tell you how to do this thing, man. And a lot of us be having kids before we even understand us.
Yes,
Like,
I did.
understand life.
I did that.
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? And now you find you trying to figure this thing out with a person that you're responsible for.
And
That-
guess what you do
Your
as a
kid,
man?
your children,
Your
literally is
able-bodied ass
your
get out
Get
there
up
and
and get some
grind.
money.
Tony Randall, you
They
gonna be
gonna
mad
either
at me
get
because
out
I'm
here
gonna cut
and
him off
fuck
today,
society up,
baby.
or they gonna make
I
society
gotta cut
better.
Juju off today, baby. All right. Hey, Punk, I want to ask you a quick question. Is withholding sex the Can I finish the question?
They don't know what I'm gonna say.
Don't even ask this man questions like that. Anything dealing with sex. Yes,
Pug,
he wants it. Yes, he
pug.
wants the
Time.
punishment. Yes,
Better
he
give it
does.
to him.
Okay.
Shit.
All right, what's the question, dude?
Punk,
What's up?
is withholding sex the equivalent of cheating?
No.
No.
Okay. Can you explain why not?
Because, I mean, cheating to me is you doing some physical, emotional shit with another person. They got to involve another person. So, I mean, withholding ain't involving another person unless it's you withholding because
I didn't say
you
it was
want
the same thing. I'm saying, is it the
equivalent. I mean, I
equivalent?
don't think so because, I mean, I'm not... I would be hurt differently.
Can both break a relationship?
Yes.
Can both hurt a relationship?
Yes.
Extremely.
Yes.
Equally?
It can damage trust.
I don't think equally, though.
I don't think withholding sex can damage trust.
It will damage trust. If my husband
Ain't fucking.
did not
She gonna think.
make advances on me, and he was all about that for a month, I'm gonna think something.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna
So then why not have the
immediately
conversation?
trust.
But
We
then-
gonna have that conversation.
Exactly, so why
You
immediately
expect them
not
to tell the
trust?
truth?
He's not gonna tell the
I'm
truth.
not saying, at least have a conversation to hear the bullshit
I'm not
before
gonna
you stop
trust.
trusting.
I'm not gonna trust. If
already stopped
we
trusting.
match energy in the bed, and then all of a sudden it's
stop.
a dry spell, I might give it the benefit of the doubt. Month 2, what's happening?
He might be going through something. He
Then
might
he
be.
need to
Two.
articulate.
Month
That's
two?
what I'm
Right.
saying.
Week 2.
Look at your face. Shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
like
So
week
when you
2
give
for
it
me.
the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
and then you like, okay, you moving different. You doing things different. I don't trust you at this point. If I'm even questioning how you moving, my
If
trust
I
is damaged.
gotta pay that much attention to the
Hold it
things
back
you
and see
doing
what
because I'm
happens.
trying to figure out why you ain't doing this. Like,
Hold it back and
Versus,
see what
versus
happens.
asking the simple question, hey, what's going on? Oh, now you want to play Inspector Gadget and you want to make up all these theories versus having a conversation as an adult.
We
You
can't
still
have
had
a
a
conversation.
conversation.
And then it'll be, I'm tired. Babe, you know I'm at work. I'm doing these overtime. I got this going on.
Exactly.
You could get that to death. And it's like, okay,
your ass
he
was working
busy,
overtime
he
then,
busy, he
you
busy.
was tired then, and yeah,
What's happening now,
you
bro?
too busy for me.
You better get naked.
You better
Stop
be
it.
naked.
Somebody gonna get naked. Somebody gonna get naked.
Juju,
Yes.
is withholding the equivalent of cheating?
No.
She don't care nothing about sex.
Whoa, where did that come from, buddy?
She told us.
say that.
She told us
That's
that
not what I said. I said it's not
a big deal for her.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
important to you, and I said it's not. It's not that
Yeah.
important to me. I prefer intimacy over sex, but that's just me.
Sex is intimacy.
No,
it's not.
It's so not. And
It's
you
not.
know what? It's so
Why
many
not?
men that think that. And
Wait,
that,
why not?
Because intimacy is just me. Intimacy is bonding.
Yeah.
Intimacy is communication.
You
It's intimacy is mental stimulation. It's affection. Sex don't.
Sex is the cherry on sex.
All that shit happened during sex.
Sex is the cherry on top.
Bonding.
Right. It's a
Sex
cherry
is
on top.
after that.
Bonding.
And sex is
We're
what makes this shit
connecting.
amazing. After
What?
all of that,
You're not doing
sex-
shit.
We're mentally stimulated
Because I
and
can
you
pillow
whispering
talk
in my ear and I'm whispering. We're
No.
mentally stimulate.
You just laying and you could just be laying and cuddling and just talking and fall asleep, and that's intimacy.
Yes.
But
It
we didn't have sex.
doesn't mean the two pumps in this world.
But we didn't have sex.
Some
It's not
people
the two
can
pumps in this
I mean,
world.
I'm not saying
punk
sex.
in the world.
I'm
Some
not
people
saying
can lay
intimacy.
together and not have sex.
sex.
They just
For
spoon,
real.
and then they don't slide your back.
Punk
And
like
to me,
punk like
to me,
He
like
got the
that,
leg up,
those,
like, okay,
those be
that's
the most
enough.
amazing moments. And then, like, you can
tell
get
me,
up the
folks,
next
that was
morning
shit.
and get it the fuck in, just based off, like, oh my God, I went to sleep in his arms last night and it was everything. And we didn't even have sex.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
No, all that is cool. That's all cool.
Yeah.
I ain't
As
saying
long as you
nothing.
get the next morning.
Right.
As long as you get the next morning.
As long as you get the
next morning,
That
huh?
night,
He did it
it was
that
something
night.
else.
Punk gotta see this
Wow.
shit.
You just can't lay a cuddle without fucking.
No.
Yes, absolutely. After. But no,
Right.
for real. Let me stop.
Exactly.
For real.
But that's
I
intimacy.
enjoy all forms of intimacy. So I'm not saying like none of that should be cut out. Sex is as equally important intimacy as the rest of that shit though.
Just throw that cherry
That's
on top,
all I'm
baby.
saying.
Just
Yeah.
throw that cherry on
But
top,
you said
baby.
sex is important than intimacy, and for me, it's
I need a cherry on that
intimacy, and then
Sunday,
because
baby.
for me, our
you know
level
what?
of intimacy is gonna make our sex life fucking amazing.
But you know what?
You know what I'm
That's-
saying?
That's because men and women different. So
I agree with that.
Touche.
Yeah.
sex is
Men
like
are
the
physical,
greatest form of intimacy.
and men and women
intimacy
are
for us.
For y'all.
mental.
Right.
Yeah.
So right.
I could,
feed
I
you,
could.
you
That
feed
makes
me.
sense. I could believe that.
Yeah, I feed you. You feed
And so
me.
that would be just like, yeah,
A
no.
blaze.
I can just do
us.
like.
She could just give with the rest. Yeah.
It's,
need the cheeks.
listen, that's what he say. I need the
Wow.
cheeks.
Hey, I don't know.
But I
if that-
love all that other shit too, though.
No, you like that
No,
stuff.
I love all that
You
shit.
love the cheeks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you.
I mean, I love
You
it all,
cool
but
with
I
that
love
other
it.
shit.
You
You cool.
will
You
do
cool with
the
that
other
other.
stuff.
You cool with
You
the other
only do the
shit.
other
Let
stuff
me
to get the
tell
cheeks.
you.
Yes,
No.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Punk,
you
yeah.
only do the intimacy so you can get the cheeks.
Most
Yeah.
men, and I'm not saying
I'm a
all
big
men,
ass
so
ball
y'all
of
get up
affection.
out the comments. Most men are all about the cheeks, and a
Right.
lot of
Because
men
they ain't
are
done
not
foreplay right.
are not
Right. I
like
like- I
giving.
want
Because some
all of
people
that
will.
shit.
The intimacy.
To me, foreplay is the most
Sexy shit.
highly charged aspect of the act. Like once you actually in it, then that's a little bit different because you got some other stuff going on. But them moments leading up to the text, where you at? I'm out front. Come to the door. Take the pen. Like all the stuff that's leading up to. That is way more erotic and sensual. And to me, that's intimacy. And if
Right.
you could stop it there and be like, to be continued.
Why would you do that?
Because that next time,
See,
baby,
y'all playing. Y'all.
And it may not even
tantric. That's that
it may
tantric.
not even be that next time.
Hold
It could
it.
be another time after that. But we're connecting on
I
such
want-
a different level.
I want you to think about it.
Hey, Vee Chat, we trying to keep a podcast here. Trying to keep a damn podcast.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Wait a minute. So
My
you want me to
apologies.
go through this multiple times without
No,
getting the
but I'm
cheeks?
just saying, like, if you like, you know how you have those people who like you. Well, some people have a time frame on how long before they gonna wait before they sleep with somebody. Not
So
everybody
you
ain't
think
willing
you
to,
finna give
ain't
me
willing
that
to give it up on the
aroused?
first night.
Right.
You think you finna get me that aroused multiple times?
Knowing she gonna wait 90 days.
Shit.
Fuck her.
Shit. Shit.
Look, ain't
We
that
gonna
what
do
they-
that on
look.
day 89.
So what they told me.
So
do
that's
it
what
right.
I do. What you talking about? I ain't waiting on 90. I'm investing 90 days in your
Man,
tracking
that's-
self. And then only to find out.
What if you wait 90 days and it's trash?
Right.
Oh, waste of time. Oh, the admin.
Trash, preemie, head, garbage, everything. Trash. I'll put 90 days? And this what you brought in my bed? Get out. The fuck?
She was mad.
I
We ain't spicy
invested
today,
90 days.
Hey.
The
Get out.
I'm gonna walk you right to the door in my robe, like, thanks, babe. Bye.
Call you tomorrow.
Block it
No.
Block
And
it down.
don't text me when you get home.
Nigga gonna
text
be
me
blocked before you pull off the
tomorrow.
block.
Oh shit.
That's it.
So you have to
Y'all
drive.
Peace
gonna
unto
be
you,
cussing. I'm
sir.
supposed to not be cussing. I done cussed so many
bad.
times.
You can cuss.
I'm trying.
Okay, we're gonna keep the party going, I guess.
Was that a question about child support though?
No.
Look, I don't even remember what the question,
I'm like, where was we at
That's
this?
because y'all was so busy trying to have him not
was
ask
getting
me
in
the
the
question.
That question was
Y'all
about
wasn't
equivalent.
listening.
That was about
that's
withholding
yeah,
the equivalent, and we got into intimacy, which was a great little conversation
Segue.
right there about intimacy. That was great. So, do you guys know what a passport bro is?
I don't.
Passport,
Passport bros.
What are they?
You know about that?
Are those the boys that just be traveling and only messing with like foreign women? I don't know.
Yeah, you know. You
Okay,
heard
so
something
that's-
about
okay,
it.
yeah.
So what are they doing?
I guess those
Basically
are the
go
women,
overseas
the
and get
dudes that
wives.
only mess with foreign type women.
You got it.
Me?
Yep.
For what? It was just her.
They only date foreign women.
But they don't go move over there. They just.
But I didn't know they was talking. They call passport bros.
What
That's
they
funny. That's interesting.
are they waiting to have sex to go overseas to do it?
Nah, they tired of the women here, so they going on.
Oh,
Let's
don't
go.
fuck out.
Let's
Right,
go.
they marry those women, they bring them
and-
over here, and then those women leave them.
And then they turn into American women.
Exactly. They get their
Right.
visas, they find somebody else, and then they're stuck taking care of them for 10 years.
What was the question,
Good luck.
Deuce?
The passport bros.
Passport bros versus Western women. So you guys, y'all nailed it. You know, it's a group of men call themselves the Passport Bros. They go overseas. They go to Brazil. They go to Colombia.
Oh, they paying for pussy. Okay.
Yeah. Prostitution.
Pay for
Hold
the
up,
shit
you don't-
anyway. Anyway, ask your question, Deuce.
And then we find a lot of women like attacking these men for what they're doing, saying that they got a problem with it.
For what?
Y'all don't want them, sis. Let them go.
To each his own. Like,
You a problem in Brazil now.
nah, cause they bringing them hoes back over here.
Not
Yeah,
all the
and then
time.
she
Not all the
gon' see.
time. No, not all the
Also, they
time.
move over there and stay with their
No,
wives.
sometimes
Cheaper
they
to leave them over there.
So how you marry somebody and then leave them there?
I mean, I don't know if they
all
married,
ain't getting
but
married. They all ain't
Oh,
getting
they
married.
just
But
date
they
and sex.
establish-
I'll have this. Okay. She put a kid. Yeah, I guess.
What you getting from that though?
I don't know. I ain't a passport bro, so
I'm not a passport
But from a male
I'm not a
perspective,
passport
how
bro
is that an
either.
attractive offer?
What?
It's
have
probably
a woman
because
in
like
there.
So wait,
they're
they-
foreign, they're doing whatever because they think like all they have is this
So look,
this perception that all Americans are rich.
No, it's not a perception. That's where y'all wrong.
I'm saying the
It's not a perception.
okay, so they are rich.
No. If I go to Brazil right now, I'm rich as fuck.
Okay.
So it's not a perception to them. The value of our money is so
Different.
different.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
That if I went out there, like, I'm rich. When
Right,
I went,
but then you bring
few
their ass back
years
here, they
ago-
gonna figure like you just they
what'd I just tell you?
don't come back. Don't talk to me like that.
You ain't listening.
I am listening.
But-
I'm just saying, in case that they come back, they found that you just average as hell.
You're not average to them.
But when you
The
come
life-
to America,
No, you're not average to them because the life that they've been living in those countries are like probably so
Probably
much
worse.
worse
sure.
that here it's an upgrade.
America is the dream.
But do you want that as a man?
Somebody
man
that
want
appreciate what you got.
But look at where she come. Well, look at where her level of appreciation is coming from, though.
It's not for you. It's just what you can provide for her.
That's not the same
That's,
here.
that's the same here, right? What is different?
I can
I don't
appreciate
know.
a black man differently than I believe a woman in Brazil seeing a
I
black
believe you
man
can.
who is wealthy and can take me to America and change my whole life. I can have a totally different appreciation for a black
You can.
a man.
You can
Like if you use Jew for an example, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that she may admire you in a different way, but I feel like American women can still have an appreciation.
you can
in the
but,
same way.
But the one who's saying
I think it's more your mindset.
No, the one who's saying 8-figure nigga that's my type, she ain't appreciating me.
But it ain't many of those.
Shit.
It
Come
ain't
on
as
now.
many
All
as
these
65,000,
all these women that
$75,000
want what they want. They want a high value man.
It's not a lot of those guys.
It's not, but all these women want high value men.
Until they get 'em.
I'm not a high value man.
How you know?
And not in America. You know what? You might be right. In American standards, in American standards, I'm not a high value man.
What's a high value man?
I think it's the
Let
guy
the
who
women
makes
tell
over
you the one that
$100,000.
Oh, is that really what they be?
high
That's is that really what they mean?
I might be
When
half
Kevin
value.
Samuels was talking about it, yes.
Right.
Oh,
You
I
know
might
all
be
these women that want high
Hundreds
value
of
men.
thousands of dollars
Right.
a
So
year in salary.
so
But when you look
they
at
ain't-
who
they ain't
makes that kind of
appreciating-
money in America, who is also black, who is also male, who is also straight,
But they ain't appreciating them. That's what I'm saying. So the average guy.
appreciate them. We love them.
No, you
They
do.
are
That's what I'm saying.
the
You
worst.
do.
We love them. They're the worst.
You,
Sorry.
You do.
Look at TJ Holmes. Look at TJ Holmes. He a high value man. Married, on TV, adorable.
I don't know
What
who
happened
it is.
there? Well, he's a very popular news anchor who just got ousted about
Oh, Good Morning
a
America.
relationship he had with his
With the white
his
girl.
coworker who happened to be a white female. TJ is also married,
I think
and
they were both getting divorced. They're both like separated from their spouses.
Oh, that-
they had
Yeah, Good Morning
situations
America,
going
yeah.
on. But you
Is
know,
that the one where they was dating?
Yeah.
he would be considered a high value man.
Well, so I didn't know that high value men meant that you had that it was based on you
Your earnings.
Your
your
income?
earnings. I didn't.
What'd you think it was?
That's how he
What you
felt.
think?
Right.
That's the main
Say it
factor.
again.
Right.
That's the main
Right.
factor.
What were you living right?
Say it again.
That's all we value.
What we talking about? What are we talking about?
Well, I guess you learn something
We
new every
live in a
day.
capitalist country. Please, we look at poor guys on the corner begging for change in a cup. Like, if you don't get your dirty self from my car, we ain't trying to help him out. We ain't asking him, brother, what would put you center on your true north and help you get on your path. Nah, we want him to get away from our car. So when you think about men who are eligible, who are single, who we can date, these high value dudes, I guess they the gold standard.
But why aren't we helping the ones who are on the street and figuring out what we could do to help them?
I'm tired. I did my part. I'm sorry.
Hey, I
helped them guys in the 90s. I in the 2000s.
I had to know. Okay, there you
Lady
go.
D is a
And you
career
can
woman,
say what you
goddamn
want
it.
to say.
Okay.
She is a career-driven woman.
I
She
helped
tired
y'all
as hell.
daddies.
Shit. She put in
She said
50
she
hours
helped
this
the
week,
daddies.
goddamn it. She tired.
I'm done. I clocked out.
I get it. No, but it's interesting though, cause this woman, I seen this video and this girl was saying like the dudes in her DM, if they don't make $1 million or $2 million, like, cause that's what she earns, like, don't be in her DM, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
So ain't no women checking for a nigga that make less money than them.
I would. If he do right.
You the anomaly.
No,
Alright.
I'm not. It's lots of women. It is
Keep selling that dream.
absolutely how men begin to move that change that energy. Like, you could get with a guy and you could really be like, I get your situation. Let's build. As soon as you clean him up, he start looking good. He getting that line up
Start
every
feeling
week.
good.
This dude in designer. Y'all looking amazing. Do you know what you have now done?
Created a monster.
Elevated this fool on the market
Created a
space,
monster.
and now that
that chocolate,
options list becomes exponential. And then if it's a woman who say, "Oh, your wife look good, you look good," I definitely want a piece of that. What you do
He
with
gone.
that? What you do with that?
Not piece of the man.
No, that's a newer thing when they want to do the threesomes. I'm talking about these.
He's sounding so old right there, Lady D. That's a newer thing when they want to do them threesomes. You sounded so you aged yourself by 10 years, baby.
Because I want to denormalize threesomes.
That's opening Pandora's box.
That ain't happening. You can't close that box. That box is open. All right now.
Listen, that's a whole look. I'm with you.
That
Let me be clear.
Open.
I'm with you.
You ain't closing. Y'all better cut it out.
I'm with you when you're right, girlfriend.
Hey.
Threesomes.
Hey, you said fuck threesomes?
Fuck them.
Absolutely, and I ain't never had one.
As in
say
fuck
nothing
when you
about
in them?
Ain't never tried it.
I ain't say nothing about threesomes. I just want to put that out there. I ain't say nothing about
They're
threesomes.
advocates. We're opponents.
I said nothing about threesomes.
In
We
them.
know
No.
fuck.
In
We
them.
know.
They're selfish. They're not. There's no equity in a threesome.
Threesomes are selfish.
They're selfish.
I'm.
Punk don't want to talk about threesomes today, huh?
Listen.
Let's talk.
I don't know nothing.
You know nothing, huh?
Punk said, "I just want to keep doing this podcast."
And y'all making it hard.
He's like, next topic.
Y'all making it hard.
Like, I just want to be clear.
I said poly. I didn't say threesomes. It's a little different. But what's the next topic?
You
Deuce?
pro poly?
I did not say that. What's the next topic?
You pro poly? Are you pro poly?
What's the
The next
next
topic is, are you pro poly? Like, that's the next topic. Are you pro poly? You talk a lot of shit on this podcast. Are you pro poly?
Whatever works for those people. who
You pro
decide.
happy?
I'm pro
Happy? Hey,
Do what works for you.
okay.
Punk,
Poly works for you. Do your shit.
Punk is
Threesomes
obviously
work for
If
you.
threesomes work for you, do
Have your
shit.
threesomes.
If I can't say that.
Okay,
What?
all right, okay, now we go round
If
and we
pegging
go.
works for you, get pegged.
No, I was not
Okay.
going to say that.
See, I never
That-
wrap up
that
quick
wasn't
enough.
even-
I never wrap
y'all
it
didn't
up
see the
quick
video.
enough.
It's a video
That wasn't
circulated
even
about
talking
this
about-
guy.
We don't need to
we
see
don't
that
wanna
video.
know
No,
about
we don't
that.
care.
no.
No, we
Let's
don't
be
care.
equitable. We gonna talk about
Pegging.
Okay, go
Do
ahead.
it.
Do
Well,
it.
no, it was just
Do
this video
it.
that I saw on social media, and this guy was
Let me
saying
close
that
up on your ass.
I don't need to close
Slide
up.
We're
it
talking about pegs.
No, but
This
this
the
guy
peg
was saying
master
that
over here. The
peg
peg
master.
hey,
master.
that's
I am not the peg master, but I do find it very interesting. But this guy said that the best sex that he's ever had was when two women pegged him. Two women pegged him, and he said that did not make him gay. It did not question sexuality. It's just him
that's what AG
getting the best. What he said, the best pleasure. It was a word that he used, but he said it's just. It didn't make him gay. I beg to differ.
Okay, Lady D, do you think that makes you
Homosexual.
homosexual if
Not
you get
at
pegged
all.
by a
If
woman?
if that is where your G spot is, because that is a fact. Like you can. That is.
Yes,
like,
come on, educate us,
that's
please.
a fact. And if that's where it's at, it's feeling good. You doing a consensual situation with your spouse that you feel comfortable with, whatever that person identifies with. That's on you. But in where a female is doing it to a male, that's where their G spot is. I'm sorry, guys keep, you ain't gonna do this to me, and this is hands off, and this is, but
You ain't
that's
gonna do what?
where
Stick some shit in my
y'all
ass? No.
G
Strap up and fuck you.
spot is. And if you just let me get
Okay,
two
because I'm
knuckles
sitting here like, I
in,
don't know what this
Pegging
is.
pegging is when the woman
I'ma
straps
take
up
you to
or takes
heaven. I
basically
need
fucks
two
it up.
knuckles.
Not happening.
I need two knuckles, and I swear I'm gonna make you a believer.
We just got monetized and you trying to take us down already.
You gonna
Shit.
fuck around and find out that day.
Fuck around and find
You gonna
out.
fuck around and find out.
So, Juju, you say you don't know what pegging is?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
But
shit.
Vee Chat just explained to me.
She-
'Cause I'm
she-
just sitting here like, okay, what the hell? So
And
then
there's
that's
guys
when,
who
like, let me
into
ask-
it.
Yeah.
It is. It's real.
What was the question?
There was no question. It
Would
was
you
just,
peg him?
does it make, if a guy wants to be pegged,
Oh, shit.
does that change his sexuality? Does it make him gay?
It definitely would change my perspective of him, and no, I don't want no parts of that. But that's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
no.
fair.
All right, wrapping up to episode
You know what?
62.
I wanna-
Another chance for us to get canceled. Another chance for us to get canceled.
So
Go
they
ahead.
used to say like you would let I would hear women say like with giving head like anybody can give you head.
No.
Right. But
But Puck, they were singing the song all summer.
What song?
Let a girl give me or something, whatever that song
I
is. They
ain't
were
gay,
singing.
but I'll let a bitch eat me
Yeah,
out.
whatever that was.
Yeah.
They singing it all summer though.
What song?
So wait.
Beat King.
Yeah,
I need to know this.
I just think if
I think
somebody's
it's just a stereotype.
willing to get pegged, they'll probably.
Let a guy.
Like
You said what? What'd you say?
if they willing to get pegged, like what's stopping them from going?
From letting a guy do it?
Yeah, what's the
But
barrier
why
in
is
that?
why is their assumption that they want to be involved with a man? Why is that an assumption?
Well, because why do you want this fake penis in your ass?
Lady D just told you that's where their G spot
So
is.
it doesn't
But
have
why-
to be. So I clear that up because it doesn't have. Like when I think of, when you think of what?
Well, I think that's what pegging is.
What-
No,
just
that's
a,
what
no,
they said is
because
when they
it's
put on
object.
a
a woman
strap,
penetrating your ass is what it is pegging.
basically.
Yeah.
It could be a pinky. It could be a bunch of things, but
It could be a beer bottle.
I think that the stigma is what feels good versus what's challenging my masculinity.
yeah.
And in a
That's
lot
what
of
he was talking
cases,
about.
in a lot of cases, you don't have to talk to them about it. You could just do it, and then when they realize, oh, I like that, they may have to deal with their feelings,
You don't have to
but
talk
they
to
gonna
them about
add. You don't. In
I'm putting
real
rape
life.
charges
If a guy, okay, if a guy during
Masha
intercourse, if a
already.
guy bent over and said, "Hey, do me," there's no talking. I'm gathering my shit and I'm leaving. There's not
that
a conversation to have. There's not a phone call. There's not a text. It's like I'm instantly calling my girls. Like, do you know this?
But what
nigga?
if you into anal? And maybe he may look at that a certain way when a female is into anal and you like, I really like
ain't what we
anal.
talking about.
But
That ain't what we
no.
talking about.
I think it's
You
fair
changing the
game.
narrative.
No,
It's fair
I think
game.
it's
Change
fair
it.
game.
Let her
I
talk.
think when you into intimacy, into sex, and you in that moment where you like, I'm freaky, I want to experience some stuff, I'm into some stuff, this is what I like. And a female says, do that to me, guys have no problem. But if a guy said, I would like digital penetration, I would like some extra freaky stuff, I would like you to lick that little skin in between. You know
gooch.
what I mean?
The gooch.
You know, whatever.
Now
it's
he
called
gay.
in
That
bullshit
licking,
right now.
Now he
that licking
gay.
part is different than pegging.
It's not.
How?
Cause what if her tongue? You know what I mean? Like it's
Nah.
not.
It's
You
It's
talking
your
about two knuckles?
perception.
Your tongue and two knuckles ain't the
I'm
same.
talking
So a woman
about
could lick your
me.
asshole?
I'm not saying that.
And then
what I'm saying is,
put her tongue in there. That's cool, but not her finger.
I don't even want no parts of this conversation.
Episode 62. We are
I could
making
just
our
post
way.
episode 62.
What? That was 60 that just posted.
Oh. I thought it was 62.
Hey, that was a good ass. That was a good ass ending. That was a good ass ending,
You're
baby.
a married.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
married.
Man.
Trying
Let
to
me
stick
tell you
her finger in
something.
my
You're
ass.
a
We don't
married
have a
man.
problem.
So if there was ever a time in your life that you could let a female unlock some shit for you, you should let your wife go it. Like
Oh,
cut her
I'm
nail,
good.
cut her nail down.
I'm
D
good.
on
And-
fire,
and-
baby. Lady D on fire,
I
baby.
tell you.
That look too much like the shit I be doing down there, so I'm good.
You know what to expect.
Not you know what to
Nah,
Oh shit.
Massage
Quite
that thing backwards.
quite all right on that.
You said two. That's a.
Because it's not a one knuckle thing. It's a two knuckle thing.
Yep,
Shit.
yeah, man.
Backwards.
Whoa.
She'll change your life.
What they do, colonoscopy or something? They gotta
Nah,
do. That'll be the
that
only
hurt.
time some shit
That
like
hurt.
that'll happen. So,
That hurt.
yes.
That
Nah,
hurt.
I'm good on that one.
Follow the
What's
Sorry,
TikTok.
babe.
Sorry, babe.
Yes.
22,000 and growing. Follow the YouTube. 1K. We hit that 1K. We monetized, baby. We just got the
That's like the
email the other
ultimate.
day. We monetized.
Ultimate though.
I want to shout out to everybody that followed the YouTube, and I was begging them to follow the YouTube. I
What I
appreciate it.
received now was quite
Everybody that followed the YouTube, period.
You know how they
Let me-
say
let me
you
turn
ain't
they mics
never
down.
experienced
Let me
no
get
other
real
dick
petty.
than
Turn they
you
fucking
can
mics
with
off.
with the dick you getting.
They motherfucking mics off. Y'all talk too much.